calculator project. So this is the real project and this is the one that we will build together. So here we got the HTML file and we just need to add some HTML code in this video. So let's do that right now. Here we will type HTML5 and then we need a connector between this file and HTML. So here we can type link for CSS and this is just called styles.css. Okay, and now we will add some HTML for this file. We can just add as first the grid or the calculator, and then inside it we can make for the output, which is the output of the calculation output. And here inside it we got two, the previous and the current. The previous is the one that will appear here, the current will appear right in here. So let's do that right here. Dev with class of previous, and we will leave it empty because it will be according to, which is the content is according to the previous input, right, which is not constant. So we will leave it empty right here and edit it with the JavaScript. And here we can make for the current, we can copy, paste, and this to be current. Okay, and here we can add data previous, and we can copy this one and make for the data current. The CSS added here, we will not add any CSS code together. So here what we will just do after the output is to add for the content. This is one is for the output and this is the content of the calculator. Here we can make a pudding for the AC, this one, a pudding. We will give it data clear and the class of span 2, and then we will make it for the AC, and then we will add for the delete, which is for deleting one character from the output of the current. Here we can make for dev, not a dev, it's a pudding, for data delete, and here del. We can copy, or we don't need to, let's just copy. And for the data operation, and let's make it for the division. Okay, just like that. The data, this one will be for the number, and then we will get for the 1 and 2 and 3. 2, 3, 2, 3. After that we just need for the multiplication. We can copy this line and make it for the star. The JavaScript reads this one as the multiplication. Okay, okay, now. And then we will make for 3 numbers, 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. And this one will be for the addition. Copy and paste. And then after the addition we need for 7, 8, and 9. Let's make for the 7, 8, and 9. We can copy, paste, 7, 8, and 9. And then we will make for the subtraction. Copy this addition line, paste it here. This will be for the subtraction, and then we will need for the dot. And the dot here, it will be considered as a number because it will be typed in the output as a number. Dot, and then data number of 0, and the last one for the equal. Data equal. And then we will give it a class of span2 and also equal. Okay, so we can see what we have right here. We got like that. Oh, I guess we got something wrong, but it's okay right now in the CSS, and I will edit it myself. Okay, and now we are done from adding the HTML, and in the next video we will just add for some JavaScript code. So good luck and have fun. And welcome back. In this video we will add for the constants and also adding a number into this output. So here I just changed this part to be 2span instead of the span2. And let's add some JavaScript right here. Script. Let's add some constants. We will need for var, current, operand, and the previous. And the current, which is to be printed here, and the previous to be the previous to be printed here, and the current to be printed here. And we will need it also for the calculation. Previous. So we need some variables to say them in order to use them in the calculations. Previous, operand. Okay, and then we will need a variable for the current operation. Why we need it? Because here when I click on 3 multiplied by 6, and then we got 3 multiplied by 6, but when I click on another operation for the calculation, the 3 multiplied by 6, whatever the calculation or the operation method after it, this will be considered as 3 multiplied by 6 and will be printed here, and then I will type the current here. Okay, and here we can make const of putin number, and we can make it equal document dot get query selector all. Oh no, query selector all. We need query selector all here right here because we are choosing from the data number, which is this part. I could use the query selector if I just make it without this one, add the class instead of using the data number, and I can just use function with event. But here let's just make it with the data number. Right here, data number. And then we will add for the operation putin operation. After the operation we can add for, we have here for the delete. Let's add for the delete. Putin for the delete. The same as here, we got it for delete, yes. A constant for the equal. And let's make it equal to document dot query selector, but here we don't need the query selector all because we just got one. So let's make it query selector, and the same as here, query selector, because we just got one, equal putin. And here data equal, just like that. And then we will make for const clear, which is for clearing everything inside the output, and also clearing the data, which is the current operand, the previous operand, and the current operation. Clear. And let's make the clear to be equal to document dot query selector, and for the query selector we can just make it for the data clear. Just want to remember about this is the data clear. And then we can add for the variable of previous operand text. var previous operand. No, we can just add operand text. And let's make it equal to document.querySelector, the class of the previous. So we can just copy it from here. And then, because we need here to change the HTML according to the input of the previous, so we just need a variable here instead of typing all of that several times. And this will be current. We need a dot here. Current. Okay, so this is fine. Let's now do for adding a number when I click on the button. So we can just add some space right here, add a comment, adding number when clicking on a button. Okay, so now we can make for a function. Let's call it add number, because we're adding a single number, so I don't need to type, or I don't want to type add numbers. And here we will make for the number button, or let's make it for the button number parameter. Number parameter, so we can differentiate between the constant and the parameter. PAR is parameter. Open the bracket, and here we need to think about it. I want when I click on the button number, I want something to happen, but I got querySelector all, which making for each. If I use a class, or just make for, I delete the number and make class of number, and then I can just use function with e. But here we got querySelector all with the data, so we will use here the for each. We can make button number for each parameter of it. So we can just make here button number parameter, and then we need a function for each one of the data number. I want something. I want when I click on each parameter, add event listener. Click. We need a function and leave the parameters empty because we don't need parameters right here. And then we can just make something to test it. We can make console.log number has been clicked. We can open the inspect right here, make just the screen larger than the usual. Open the screen, open the console, click on in number, make sure it's working. No, it's not working as we expected, so we need to check what happened right here. Okay, so let's see what happened right here. We got here for the function add a number. Okay. Right here, function. Yeah, we didn't call the function, so we need to call it add number. Go back, reload the page, make the screen a little bit larger, click on, yeah, and now it's working. When I click on this one, it doesn't work because it doesn't have the data number. Okay, and then after this part we need to change something right here. What we want to change, the content. We can make right here, and then we will need to change the content. To change the content right here, we can make for, we don't need this console anymore. We made sure it's working. We can make here for the current operand text. To change it to equal, we can make it to text content or inner HTML. Let's make it text content equal this one plus the put-in parameter, the inner HTML of it. So let's see what we have right here. When I click, it's working. But instead of typing all of this line, we can just make it to plus equal, which is equivalent to what we typed before. So this is the same. We can make here. Okay, it's working. But we get a problem here. When I click on this part, I can click several times, and I don't want that. So what we just can do here, if the put-in parameter, number parameter dot text content is equal to the dot and where's the end right here, and the current operand text dot text content. Do we have here a constant for that? Yeah, it's already working right here. Includes, so we need to make here includes if it includes the dot. So I want here to return, which is remaining here return. When I make it like that, it's something like don't do anything. So we can make it before changing because it moves in a parallel sequence. So if I make it right here, this will be working before this one. But if I make this one at the top, it will be working before this line. So let's save and reload. When I click several times, it gives me false. So we need to know what happened right here. I think we've made a mistake. Text content, okay. Includes the dot. We can open the inspect right here. Let's reload the page. I click on it, change it to false. Current operand text, okay. What happened right here? We need to check this out. Yeah, we can like that. I'm sorry. And here, I hope it's working. Yeah, and now it's working. And when I click on this one, I can add in number path. When I click here, I can add just once. This is how we can use the if and return. Okay, and now we are done from this part. We just need to make the current operand equal to the current operand text dot text content. Okay, so now we saved this part as the current operand. We can go here, type anything, and make for the current operand, and this will be equal to 64. But if I make it for the previous operand, we don't get anything because it is undefined. Okay, and now we added for the add number, and here we can add more than a number. What we just want to do for the next step is to add for the operation put-in. To make it work when I click on the operation put-in, we got two things we need to think about right here, and I want you to think about it. Which is the first one, I need to add the one that I click on to here. So if I added this one, this will be printed here, and if I added this one, this will be printed here. And also we got here the previous will be printed here. It's okay, right? But the looks like here, let's delete. I make 33 and then click on times. The thing that will be printed here is 33 and the multiplication, and then I typed here the 6, and then I get back and click on multiplication. So I want the first operation to be calculated, which is 33 multiplied by 6, and the number that will be the output of this calculation will be printed here, plus the operation that I clicked on for the new calculation, of course. Okay, so we will do that in the next video. Good luck and have fun. Okay, and now we will add for the operation. So the first thing we will need to do here, or the first thing we will do, is to add a comment. The operation buttons. Okay, so we don't need to make a function here because it will not be recalled. So we can just make here the button operation dot for each, because we're using here the data. And here we know how to use the function with event and also for each, in case if you want to choose the for each or the function. And as an advice, you need to try to use the function event instead of the for each when we are done from the videos of the calculator, to practice on both of them. Here we can make for the operation button parameter, and here make a function with that, open the bracket, and then each one I want a function with it, which is right here the operation button parameter dot add event listener. The event listener is the click. So after the click, we need a function with empty parameters because we don't need a parameter right here. And then what we just need to do is to make the previous operand equal to the current operand. As I told you, it moves in sequence. And then right here, I want the current operand to be equal none. After this part, we will make the previous operand equal to, no, we don't need that right here. It will be for the computation. Here we can make for the previous operand text dot text content to be equal to the previous operand, which was the current previous operand, plus the operation button parameter dot text content. So let's now see what we can see from this part. Yes, it's printed here. And then what we just need to do here is to make the current text content to be equal to nothing. So what we just can do here is to make the current operand text content to be equal nothing. Okay, it's working. Yes, it's working fine. And then what we just need to do here, in case if I have here like that, and then I type here, I won't want to click off here. I don't want that, right? I want, when I click here, these will be calculated together and the output will be here, and the new operation that I click on, let's say it's the addition, it will be printed to the output of the multiplication of this one, and the plus will be printed instead of the multiplication right here. So we need to think about what we can do for this part. We can use if condition. If the previous text content, which is this one, contains an operation text, which is here the current operation, and we'll make a variable for this part. And I think we got it, or we don't need it really, so we can neglect it. Yes, so I want if the previous operand text contains this or any multiplication point, I want something to happen. What I want to happen is make the calculation, but let's do that here. So this will be else. If it doesn't have, I will delete the current and make the previous with the with content. But if the previous operand text dot text content includes includes. Let's make it for the subtraction, or it includes for the multiplication, or for the addition, or the subtraction. So I will make the calculation, and else I will make the same way that we did for this code. So here we will make for let's make it final result, or just result right here, and then we will make a console log, but we don't need a console log here. Console log, but let's make it to make sure everything is working fine. So what we just need to do right here is to console log the current is plus the current operand plus the previous is plus previous operand, yes, this one, plus the result is result. Okay, so now this is good, and what we just need to do right here is to add for the method that it will be calculated with. So we need to think about it. When we use if and else, it makes a problem because I couldn't type else if, right? So, and another solution for this part, in our case, we can make it with the switch and case. So we got the switch, and here let's explain it. Switch, and it tells me you want to switch between what? I want to switch between the text content of the previous. So we can make here, do we have a current operation, or we didn't make it? Current operation, but I think the current operation we make it empty right here. So here, okay, but it tells me we got a problem right here. So what is the problem? The problem with the syntax. So we just need to know what is the problem with the syntax. Okay. We will check it out later. Okay, but I don't think we make it for the current operation. Let's look for it. The current operation, we just made it here and here. So we just need to make for the operation text. So let's make it here. I think we can make it for where here. Okay. Current operation. Operation. And make it equal to operation colon parameter dot text content. Okay, so now I want to go to the console log and see what's the problem with this part. Okay, I'm missing before the switch body. Yes, we didn't use the switch yet. Yeah, this was the problem. Then let's see what the problem is we have. The missing. And what about now? Delete this one, and now I hope we have no problem. What about now? We still get a problem. Okay, missing after the function. Okay, 86. There's a missing one. Okay, this is not our case now. We can check it out later. So, but we just need to search for what happened right here to solve it together. Missing this lot after the argument 86. Let's make it like that here. And then see what's the problem now. Missing after the function body. So let's check it out here. What is it? It's opened from the line 86. Line 86 is open here, but it doesn't have ending. So what about now? Missing after it. Okay, so now it worked. Okay, and after this part, we can make for the switch and case. But we can just test the console log add as a beginning. So here we can open the inspect, make it 33 multiplication by 33 and dot. And the current is like that, but we just need to change numbers 10. The current is 10, the previous is 33, the result is undefined because we don't have anything to make it. Okay, and now we just need to do for the switch and case. For the switch and case, I will switch between the content of the current operation. So I will switch between the current operation. And then I will open the bracket. And here we got inside cases. In the case of this, the current operation is equal to that, I will make that. If it is equal to that, I will make that. So here we can make case plus, and this is how it is typed. So here, in case if it's plus, so I will make the result equal to the current operand plus the previous operand. And then, but here I need to give the line in order that I ended the line of the case. This line is called break. So now I break the case, which is I ended the case, and then I am ready to move to a second case. So here we will make case of the subtraction, and then we will make the result equal to the current operand minus the previous operand. And then right here we also need the break. The case of the multiplication. For the case of the multiplication, we can just delete this to save time and copy this from here and paste. Multiplication, this will be a multiplication. And then the case of the division, we can copy, or we can just make a new one right here. The result equal to the previous operand divided by the current operand, and then break. But there's something right here that we need to add for the switch in case, which is default break, which is similar to the else in the if condition. Break. Okay, so what we just want to do here is to change the text content and more. We can make here, where is the F condition? The F condition is here, so we'll make it after the switch. We can make here, we can copy this console log and make it here, so result is now saved. Okay, and now we can make for the previous operand text dot text content. We can make it to equal the result plus the operation button that I clicked on just after this operation. Operation button parameter dot inner HTML, and then we will delete everything inside the current to try the new value, which is the new input. So we can make it here for the current operand text dot text content to make it equal to none. The current operand to be equal to none because I will type a new value and save it. The previous operand that I will make for a new calculation about is equal to the result, because it will be printed here, and this will be the result. And then after this part, we will make the current operation equal to the operation put on parameter dot text content. Okay, so let's see now what we got on the screen. We can reload the page. 3 multiplied by 10 right here, and it is working right here. The current is 10, the previous is 33, and the result is like that. Okay, and now we are done from this part. What we just want to add after this part is to add for the equal button. The thing that will happen when I click on the equal button, and this will be very similar to this part that I did right here, and let's test right here like that. Plus let's make it plus to 700. No, we just got a problem here, and we need to solve this part because it's adding in the wrong way, and we need to solve this, but we will solve it together. Okay, we need to solve this first and test it again to make sure we got no problem, and this will be done in the next video. Good luck and have fun. Okay, hi and welcome back. In this video we will solve the problem for what we saw in the last video, and this will be done by adding the parse float. And the parse float is a function that is used to accept the string, because here the code reads the numbers as a string, and then we need to convert them as floating point numbers in order to make them for the calculations, because we cannot make something like a multiplied by b, right? So we need to convert them as numbers. Here the code reads 1, 2, 3 as text, as alphabets for example, and we just need to convert them to code or a number to make it for the calculation. So this will be done by adding the parse float, and below this video we can find more about the parse. Here we can make a const. Let's make this constant for brief. We need to make a shortcut right here, equal to the parse float for the previous operand, and then the constant of the current. Let's make it equal to the parse float for the current operand. And what we just have to do is to copy this, paste it here, 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 and then this one to be pasted here, 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 and here. So let's see what we have now on the screen. 33 multiplied by 10 equal like that, 0.05, which is equal to that, but we just need this number 5 plus, let's make it by 40, and okay, multiplied or division by 2, 25, and this will be for the 5. Yeah, we just need to convert them together right here, prev and current. Okay, just like that. 33 multiplied by 10 minus the 300 plus the 10 divided by 05 like that. Yeah, it's working fine. Okay, and what we just want to do right here is to make, no, we're just done from this video, and in the next video we will add for the equal put-on. So I want you to try to think about it or how we can do that, and in the next video we will do that together. So good luck and have fun. Hi and welcome back, and now let's add for the equal put-on. I don't think we need this console log again. Do we have another one right here? We can search for it because it makes the page with a longer time for refreshing and the calculation. So here we can make for the equal put-on. We get a constant here for the equal, which was the put-on equal, but we just need to, yeah, we got a comment here. We can adjust X and space right here, equal put-on, and then right here we'll make for the put-on equal dot add event listener, and let's make it to click, and that I want function to happen with the empty parameters. We just need to give a comma right here. Okay, so now we will make the same as this part, so we can just copy this from here if it contains all of that I want something to happen. Okay, just like that. What problem do we have right here? So it tells me we get a problem. Okay, don't we have its ending right here? Where is the ending of this part? Where is the ending of this if? Tells me we have a problem. So we can just delete this and see what's the problem do we have here. Problem is starting from here. What? Yeah, it's not here. It's here. My bad. Okay, and then we can just copy this if condition. Copy. And make it here. And then for the else, I don't want anything to happen, I just want to return. So let's give this right here, like that, but we just need to change some code right here. So let's delete this because it cannot be the same, right? So here we can make the current operand.text content to be equal to the result, because I will be printing the result right here for the current operand, because this is for no calculation after it, and if there is a calculation it will be printed as the previous and be printed here. Okay, so after this part we can make for the current operand equal to the computation or the result, and then we can make for the previous text.text content and make it equal to none, and else a return. Let's make something like here 10. I hope it works. Yeah, it works. And if I click equal to several times, nothing happened. And then when I go back and make it to 80 like that, divided by let's make it 264 equal like that. Yeah, and now it's working. And now we are done from the equal put-in. What we just need to do as next in the next video is to make for the delete put-in. When I click on the delete, I want something to happen. I want to delete a character from the current. So I want you to think about this part and search on Google how we can do that, because we are going to use a new function for this part. I will give you a hint. If you don't need, you can close this video right now and search. The hint is I wanna convert the current operand to a text and then slice. Well, sorry, I will convert it to a number. This will be done by adding the string, right? To string, and then slice it. Slice a character. And we will do that in the next video. Good luck and have fun.